So there was actually two main lobbies in the hotel. They had the blue lobby, which is more like an adult side lobby, and they had the red lobby, which was more family oriented. In both of the lobbies, actually, they had during our stay in the evenings, they would have live music or some sort of entertainment. The red lobby, we got to actually explore it much more. We actually did a few activities in the red lobby. So, in the second floor of the red lobby, we got to explore it a little bit. They had a place called Escapology, which is like an escape room. This is an extra cost. We did provide you the details of the timings and all the different rooms that they offer in the property while we were there. It was also a really nice view if you just want to chill there from the second floor. You could see all of the things that they have in the first floor. It was really nice. So we finally made it to our room here in the Hard Rock Hotel Riviera Maya. We're going to show you the inside of our room. It's really incredible. We got room number 4369, as you can see. So come in with me. So you can see as soon as you walk in, you have some closet space to keep all your stuff. You have a safe here in case you want to keep some important documents or jewelry, I guess. You have some space to keep your bags, some more space to keep your clothes. Right here you have the bathroom. It's a really nice bathroom. They give you some slippers here. Has a nice shower. It's pretty big. Bathroom and a full-size mirror, which is awesome because we're actually here for a wedding, so it's going to be great to get ready and be able to look at myself. Let's check out the rest of the room. Here is our, I'm guessing, king-size bed. It's pretty massive. We have a TV right here. We have this awesome balcony. Yes, there's two balconies in this room. This is the first one with a hammock. And it has it's a bit dark now. We'll show you the view in the morning as well. But it has a pretty nice view. And let's check out the second floor. Let me just close this up. Watch for that stuff. I think we forgot to turn on the lights. Here we go. And here is our second floor. The second floor has a hot tub, has a lounging area right here, and it's very private. So it's really awesome, especially if you come with your better half, your spouse. It's a cool area to just hang out, chill, and have some privacy. Yeah, you can definitely hear the ocean waves from here. If we could see it, that would be awesome too, but hearing it is as good, honestly. So I love this resort. It has so many different restaurants, different cuisines. They have Zen, which is a Japanese restaurant. It was really beautifully decorated. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to actually try out the food, but we heard it's one of the best. They also had Frida, which is an upscale Mexican restaurant. We went one of the nights after one of our parties. We decided to visit Market. They had a really incredible spread. Everything looked incredible. The decor was incredible. The desserts just looked amazing. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of my favorite places. The food was just okay. And it was just, I just wish it was better than I expected because the decor and everything else was so incredible. It looked really nice. The food in general, I think I would give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I think they had great stations. The flavors didn't agree with us. The quality of food. For us personally, although we went later in the evening, we heard in the morning time, some people in our party they enjoyed the breakfast, but for us, this was not the best experience for us.
Yeah, for sure.
So there was also Chow, which was one of my favorite restaurants. It's on the blue side, the blue lobby side. It's Italian, but we went for breakfast, and they had this really extensive breakfast buffet. One of my favorite things they had was fresh smoothies. You could actually choose what you want in your smoothie. Choose almond milk, whole milk, whatever you want, and they'll blend it for you right there. They had a bunch of croissants and homemade focaccias with different toppings. I got the smoked salmon focaccia.
Yeah, that was really incredible. I think I tried like all of them at some point, and it was really so delicious. I totally recommend whether you eat meat or you're a vegetarian or vegan, they had something for everybody. And their buffet was definitely one that you have to try while you're at the property. It was totally worth it.
Pretty good. They have fresh fruit smoothies, fresh juices.
So we went one of the nights to the adult side, and these restaurants are only for anybody over the age of 18. It was Umo and Y. There's a shared bar for those restaurants, and they honestly had an amazing service. Um,
So I think both of us can agree that Y was our favorite restaurant from the whole resort. 10 out of 10 for sure. As you can see, they gave such a custom experience even for the cocktails. This was like a rosemary cocktail that we had where they smoked the rosemary and they let the smoke infuse into the drink. So when you drink it, you could feel all the notes of that rosemary mixed with pineapple and a few different things that they combined. And this was just the start of the experience.
so I do want to mention this was a customized drink. Sunny, he loves to have his drinks customized. And even though this resort, everybody spoke English and we could get along properly with everybody, there's no language barrier. For something customized, you definitely do need to speak Spanish. We were actually able to request the customized because I speak Spanish and I was able to get all of Sunny's requests in.
So I ordered the pineapple fried rice. This was honestly one of the best pineapple fried rice I've ever had.
It was also so incredible. The noodles they served, the chicken satay was amazing. I can't really complain about any dish in this restaurant. Anything and everything we ordered was just so incredible.
The service, in addition to the food, was impeccable. Our hats off really goes to the servers who gave us such a nice experience.
So I really enjoyed going to Cafeto. They had this available in both the red and the blue lobby. They have different types of desserts, from cakes to ice cream. They also had like sandwiches and fresh soup every day, different teas. So it was a really good place. It really hits the spot. I give this like an 8 out of 10 for sure.
So there was also an outside pool snack bar. They had fresh guacamole, pita chips, fresh veggies, hummus, tacos, taco meat, and toppings. It was pretty good quality. I would say about a 7.5 out of 10. Just something in between meals to fill you up.
So for breakfast today, we decided to order some room service. It took around 45 minutes to get here, which isn't too bad. We got here a green juice, yogurt parfait, which looks really good. Let's see what each of these plates contains. We have some banana pancakes, which looks delicious, with some whipped cream. They also sent some maple syrup, I think it is. Yeah, it's maple syrup. They have here some bagel toast with cream cheese, and there's a sauce on the side. Looks delicious. There's also some pumpkin with cherries on it. And these are the poached eggs with avocado toast. Looks so good. Can't wait to dig in. Honestly, everything smells so good. I'm so excited. So I just finished my poached eggs. So actually, what I didn't mention earlier, there was a piece of mushroom underneath the egg. It wasn't bread. It was really good. It was a good compliment to the egg. The only thing I would say, I wish that it would have had at least 2 eggs instead of just one. And the balsamics, they put like a balsamic vinegar or something. It was really good. It really went well with everything. It just, like, the small piece of toast that came with it became a little bit soggy. But otherwise, like, as you can tell, I really enjoyed it. I basically really finished this dish. So I really love this. I just wish that those little details would have been improved. I maybe rate this like a 6.5, 7 out of 10.
I ordered the smoked salmon with bagel and cream cheese. Thought the salmon was pretty good. It came with this side of mustard sauce. They definitely loaded up the cream cheese on the bagel, as you can see, a lot more than I usually eat. I wish they would put more capers in there. I would rate this about a 6 out of 10. Yeah, the taste was there. I just wish less cream cheese, more capers. The mustard sauce was all right. Mustard sauce was okay. But yeah.
I also ordered here the yogurt parfait. It looks really nice. I can see it has some raisins, and you can see all the layers here. It looks really incredible. So I'm gonna give it a try. All the layers if possible. It's really good. Like, I can feel like the little bit of crunchiness from the granola, the sweetness, and the raisins.
Yeah. This is something I'm looking forward to. The banana pancake, especially when he brought it in, because it looks so good. Let's see how this tastes. And you can see it's got some strawberries, got some type of sauce on top of it, a little whipped cream. The sauce is not overpowering, which I really like. Pancakes are nice and fluffy.
How much would you rate this one though?
I'd say a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would give it more just because it's so fluffy and the presentation looked really nice. I'd maybe give it an 8. I think it was. So we decided to get some late night room service. So you got here this chicken burger. Looks really good with some fries. Gonna try that a little bit. It's the spot. They brought it with some mustard, mayo, some other stuff. We got some Oreo cheesecake, which I'm gonna try in a little bit. And for a little bit of healthiness, we got our platter of fruit, which looks really nice. So yeah, I'm excited to try all of this. Let me see, let me get a little bite of this burger. It was so much fun in the lobbies in the evening, both in the blue and the red lobby. They would have live entertainment, live music, dancing. You could always have a good time there. One thing I love about all Hard Rock properties, and this one definitely, of course, had it as well, is all the memorabilia they have of different artists.
It was really nice to see things belonging to Rihanna, Black Eyed Peas, Prince. You know, it was nice to see that in person. So they had this pretty cool space, which is adults only in the blue lobby. It's called Heaven. They have a bar. The bar has a full stock of different liquors, wine, beer, and on the ground floor of that same bar, they have a club. So if you want to go dancing or you just want to hang out, it's a very fun spot to be for sure. Definitely, especially in the nightclub side, it was kind of like a Miami vibe. So it was a really cool time.
So in this property, they actually have 2 pool areas. They have the family pool area, which is a lot of fun. They actually have different activities in the pool area. And they also have the adults only pool area. So it depends on what kind of vibe and who you're going with. You can enjoy either or both of the pools. So they had this really fun foam party one of the days that we were there, and it was just a lot of fun. They had music, they had activities, They had this cannon that just had a bunch of foam coming out, so that was really cool.
Yeah, if you visit Hard Rock, you definitely don't want to miss this. This resort's actually very well known for this foam party. It's just good vibes.
Bartenders, meseros, meseras, full concierge, management team, all the security, restaurants, Porsche, y todos juntos les decimos, all together we thank you. Thank you for being part of 2024. Gracias por ser parte de nosotros en este año. Tenemos seguridad, guardavidas, nuestra time manager que está encargada de poner toda la música alrededor del hotel. Y todos juntos a No Together. Nosotros somos We Are Hard Rock Riviera Maya. Damas y caballeros, vamos a hacer algo lento, something. Todo el mundo salpicando agua lentamente. Everybody splash the water, but slow, slow, slow. Cuando yo diga tsunami, slow my friend. Cuando yo diga tsunami, when I say tsunami, everybody splash water aside. Splash, 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 go.
So the adults only pool, it was also very cool. It was way more chill, way more relaxed. And they actually have a bar that you can hang out in the pool and have the bar right there. So I loved that here in the property, they had a lot of different activities from bowling to making your own music video. So we actually tried out one in Music Lab, that's the activity place, and we actually did a music video to the song
Is This Love by Bob Marley.
Yeah, it was so awesome.
We had so much fun at the Music Lab creating our own music video. We highly recommend doing it, and if you want to see our full video, we're going to also upload that separately.
So this property is so big. They actually had golf carts that you can take from either of the main lobbies, and they would take you to either your building where your room is located or to the other lobby, just to make it easier.
Yeah, you can also take the golf cart to the convention center. So if you have an event to go to, in our case, we had a wedding to go to. So that was very helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Especially I usually wear heels, so that was very helpful and comfortable for me. So as we mentioned a couple of times during the video, we actually went to the Hard Rock hotel because we were attending a wedding, and it was so much fun. There's a lot to do every day. There was a lot of wedding fun, and they had so much to offer the guests, and it was really so well organized. So if you plan to do a wedding or any type of event there, that's definitely a place you and your guests are going to enjoy.
Yeah, definitely shout out to our host who put together the events, and we were honored to be there. It was such a great time.